Hello, everyone. It is Friday, January 31, 2025, and this is the opening session of the first day of Chennai Storytelling Festival 2025. Thank you very much for everyone for being here, and we will proceed with the formalities. Ms. Vasugi, will you light the lamp? Thank you very much. And apologize for mispronouncing your name. I know it's Vasuki. Yes, well, you know I'm a foreigner.
Not anymore.
Thank you very much. That's very beautiful. And now, could we have the Tamil state song?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ambuja, please.
Yeah, a little. This song is the state anthem of the state of Tamil Nadu, of which Chennai is the capital city. And this song is composed by Professor Manonmaniyam Sundaram Pillai. And this song is sung at the beginning of almost all the public gatherings, and it has been a practice to start off Chennai Storytelling Festival with this song always. And with that intro, let's start the song and request whoever can raise up for the anthem, please do so. Please feel free to switch off your video if that makes you feel comfortable. If you can't raise up, that is also fine. நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திரும்பி அந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே. Please take your seats and switch on your videos if possible. And something about this song, in this song, the language, the Tamil language is personified as a goddess, adoring her beauty and fame that spreads far and wide. The song also talks about the oceans and seas surrounding the land of Tamil Nadu, which actually symbolizes the rich culture and heritage and all the stories that come along with it. Like how underneath the ocean, the hidden treasures are there beneath the ocean. Similarly, storytelling is all about uncovering the hidden gems of human connections and human emotions. Well, thanks to Eric, we have gathered from all the corners of the world today to celebrate the deep and enduring stories which are boundless, timeless, endless, and that connect all of us. A very warm welcome on behalf of all of us to the 13th edition of this Chennai Storytelling Festival. And before I pass it on to Eric, I request you all to keep your index fingers ready on the reaction button, and at the count of 1, 2, and 3, let us press the reaction as a mark of appreciation and gratitude to the one and only Dr. Eric Miller for doing this year after year. And here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you. And over to you, Eric.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the electronic images. You know, now I've been invited to edit a book, and it's going to be called Folklore Goes Electric. Just like storytelling has, in part, gone electric, gone video conferencing. So I appreciate your electronic reactions also. That expression, folklore goes electric, it's an homage to the phrase folk music goes electric. Bob Dylan goes electric, which he did in the Newport Folk Festival in Newport, Rhode Island in 1965. What is that, how many? More than 50 years ago. He got up on stage. Mostly what was happening in folk music those days, there was a lot of protest songs. You know, people were writing original songs, but they called it folk music. And it was protest against the way African American people, some of them were treated badly in the USA South. And we were beginning to protest against the Vietnam War. So as a badge of authenticity, folk singers would just get up on stage with one guitar and sing their hearts out with one guitar, sometimes a piano, but that was the mark of authenticity, to do it without any electronic, aside from amplification, of course. So when Bob Dylan got up on stage with his rock band, including a number of electric guitars, many of the people in the audience were very angry. Not at that performance, but at one soon after, someone called out, "Judas!" They accused him of being Judas, you know, the person who supposedly betrayed Jesus Christ. And Bob Dylan called back, "You're a liar. I don't believe you." But anyway, it was a very controversial moment when you can find it on YouTube. Bob Dylan, 1965 Newport Festival. He sang, "How does it feel to be a rolling stone? No direction known, a complete unknown. How does it feel?" And a number of other songs. So I only give that little introduction because for many years, I was considered very odd in the storytelling world because I loved video conferencing. Going back to the 90s, when it just first became possible to video conference on the internet. But I was considered an odd duck, also in the field of folklore, which I did a PhD in at University of Pennsylvania. My professors said, "Eric, we've gotten into folklore because we don't want all the electronics. We want just person to person, live." And I said, "Well, yes, but now the folk, however you define the folk are doing their folk activities by video conference, so we can also study that." Nope. My professors were not amused. And, you know, I studied with Laura Sims for many years. I still study with Laura Sims, starting in the 1970s. She was not so enthusiastic about video conferencing at first. But what really changed things, the game changer, was the pandemic in 2020, March. Right after Laura Sims came here in person in Chennai and led 4 days of wonderful workshops here in Chennai as part of the 2020 Storytelling Festival. Right after that, we had the pandemic. And as you know, the rest is history. Zoom, especially, the most famous video conferencing platform, swept the world. I call the pandemic the Zoom pandemic. And I don't think it's maybe the pandemic is mostly over, but the Zoom revolution, of course, is not over. It's just beginning. So for the last 5 years, this is the 5th year, the Chennai Storytelling Festival has occurred 99% by Zoom. Before that, there was just one or two video conferences in the Chennai Festival. The Chennai Festival began, I think, 13 years ago, and 2012, 2013. And Barry, of course, you participated in a couple of video conferences with us before the pandemic. And we are so delighted that you actually came here to India last year and led workshops all over Tamil Nadu and Kerala. But I give this long introduction. I do not know why, but just to set the stage for the 5th edition of the Chennai Storytelling Festival that will happen 99% by Zoom. And you know, my website, my personal website for the last 20 years has been storytelling and video conferencing. I like the way the two words rub against each other. You know, storytelling is so personal and intimate, and video conferencing is electronic. So what do you do? What do you get when you put the two together? Some mix. So there are approximately 52 workshops this year. My dear mother, who passed away 30 years ago, she said to me once, "Eric, you're good at talking people into things." And the proof of it is, again, this year, I've talked 50 people into leading a workshop for free. Although participants are encouraged to send contributions, everyone's email ID is on the listings page. You're invited to contact a workshop leader and ask them how to send a contribution. But basically, I've talked a lot of people into doing things for free, which is, I think, a great accomplishment, right? Would anyone else like to say a few introductory words about Chennai Storytelling Festival 2025? The floor is open. If you don't speak, I'll talk more. I'm threatening you. Renu, go ahead.
Well, what I would like to say is that this is a really Herculean effort on Eric's part, and he's been doing this year after year after year. And I don't know how he has the patience to open the Zoom link, let people in, and then take care of all the events, take care of all the sessions. So a big round of applause for you, Eric. And I hope this festival continues and more of us get opportunities. There are many new faces this time, and I'm so thrilled that I'll be able to listen to so many storytelling sessions and also attend so many workshops. And I'm happy that I'm presenting a story that I've written myself on Sunday, and I'm also happy to present a healing workshop this time, which is based on sounds. So thank you once again, Eric. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Eric, may I?
Of course, go ahead.
Yes. Hello, everybody, and hello, Barry. Somehow I'm not able to open my chat window to type a hello, so I'm just telling a hello to you. So nice to see all of you, all my friends here. And Eric, thank you so much for this festival. And this festival is the one which gave me the platform to showcase my talent and also my interest, my passion for storytelling. And year after year, you've been really, as Renu says, so patiently giving us slots. And you're so particular with your emails. You're so prompt with your response. Thank you so much. And this year, I'm really happy that I will be hosting my first workshop in CSF. And that is on February 16th. And thank you, Eric, for this opportunity. And I also have a storytelling session on 23rd. So hope to see all of you there. And nice to see all of you, and looking forward to this wonderful, listening to all of you, all your stories and your workshops. Hopefully I get the time to attend maximum. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Eric, may I?
Go ahead.
All right. This is Dr. Neena Gayatri here. Ace Innovation is thrilled to see the world being storyfied through our Chennai Storytelling Festival. Thanks, Eric. Thank you, Chennai Storytellers. And I think we've been doing a wonderful job together so that to get storytellers to come here and to, through Zoom and in person also, like Barry gave a wonderful workshop last year. Thank you so much. Sureka, nice to see you here. Divya and Aileen, Reno, and everybody else, Alvin, Trupti, etc. Lalita, Kausi, so many of you, Vijayalakshmi, some of you we don't know, we've not met, but happy listening, happy telling, and it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful festival. Thank you, Eric.
Veena?
Yeah. Thank you so much. And Dr. Eric Miller, Barry, and everybody out here. We are across the globe, but we all share one passion, which is storytelling. Even if I don't know all of you, I've already connected with all of you. There's this bond. And looking so forward to this festival and to listen to eminent storytellers and learn from all of you. Thank you so much, Eric, for the opportunity.
May I?
Go ahead, Divya.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So, Eric, you said the Zoom was the pandemic. I'm just rephrasing it a bit. The Zoom was probably the vaccine, and you brought it to remedy, to connect this amazing group of storytellers, this entire fraternity of us, and bring about this lovely connection through this festival. So amazing. Thank you once more.
May I?
Go ahead.
Good evening, and thank you, Eric, for this wonderful opportunity and for this lovely execution, so meticulously planned. I'm absolutely delighted to be part of this Storytelling 25. I'm so happy to meet so many more new tellers. I think this connection through Zoom and stories is something I'm absolutely so happy to be part of. And I'm looking forward to many sessions. Tomorrow I have a workshop, a Zoom workshop for children and adults. And on Sunday, I have a session of stories. Thank you very much, Eric, and I'm very happy to see you all.
Barry, then Vasugi.
Yes, thank you. And I echo that. Thank you to Eric for everything you do and putting all this together. And it was an honor for me over the summer to come and spend time with Eric and to meet so many of you and to work with so many of you. And I just have so many fond memories. And Eric, you spoke about the resistance to moving storytelling into the video conference world, and that in some ways they're strange bedfellows, and in some ways it makes perfect sense, and storytelling has always existed in a live space, often with some intimacy in terms of people sitting around a campfire, people sitting on the porch of a home, around a living room and telling stories, but also with distance, because at large storytelling audiences you don't get close to the storyteller, and that's one of the things that this platform has done for us. When I came in, when I met so many people, I felt like I already knew the people I met because I'd seen you up close. And when we tell online, we can, make someone's face large and just see everything. And I think that's wonderful. And in some ways, what we might be experiencing is probably what we maybe take for granted, but what was experienced 100 years ago when, for centuries, people had gone to the theater and then suddenly you could go and see something theatrical on a large screen, and the advent of film and of television, and how the theatrical art form was expanded and reworked in so many ways, to really basically eclipse the live theater form. I'm not sure that will happen in storytelling, but that this video conference world and this move to electronics has probably opened up so many possibilities for us and for our work as storytellers. Those are my 2 cents this early in the morning.
Thank you. Of course, acoustic, non-electronic folk music continued even after Bob Dylan's revolution. And likewise, the storytelling by people who were in the same space together is continuing and is the real thing. What we're doing is some kind of contraption, which gives a sense, a taste of storytelling, but of course, it's a different thing altogether. But nobody should think that we are replacing real storytelling. Vasuki? You got to turn your mic on.
Okay. I do remember the very first festival we had at the Goethe Institute in Chennai. It was only over a weekend, I think, over a Saturday and a Sunday. And we started from morning to evening and we closed at 6 or something. And from there, we have grown so much. We've got so many tellers, so many workshops, and most of them have been trained by you. And you have put Chennai in the world storytelling map because now most storytellers globally do know that there are a whole lot of talented storytellers in Chennai, and they all want to come and attend our festival, be part of it, be presenters, conduct workshops, or even listen and learn from other stories. So I have a feeling you have devoted the last 15 years of your life basically to bring storytelling to us Chennaiites, and we thank you heart with our deepest heart for that. Thank you, and best wishes to all the storytellers and workshop presenters and audiences who will be with us over this period of the next 4 weekends. Thank you.
So much. You know, I first visited India 36 years ago, and I really settled here in Chennai about 20 years ago, and it was a match made in heaven with India, with Tamil Nadu, with Chennai. I'm so grateful to be here. And see, as mentioned, I studied with Laura Sims, who was one of the founders of the global storytelling revival, going back to the late 60s and 70s, where I met her in the 70s, 50 years ago. And I worked for her and studied with her. And at one point I said, Laura, there should be an institute around you. She said, okay. And then years later, when I landed in Chennai, myself and others started the World Storytelling Institute. Laura was not officially, a part of it, but in my mind, she was the inspiration for it. She is the inspiration for it. And one of my duties for her, I think in the 1980s, was I assisted she used to organize a relatively small international storytelling festival in New York, where people came from different countries and performed in New York. And I assisted, I picked people up at the airport, things like that. So she's my teacher, including regarding organizing festivals. One last thing I will say is that I appreciate the thanks and praise, but that's not really what I want. I appreciate a couple of people have already sent me some money by PayPal. Thank you very much for the festival. And as mentioned, people are invited to send contributions to all of the tellers, either by PayPal or by GPay or whatever. I have to silence my phone. So yes, the payment is also not really what I'm hoping for. Those of you who know me know that I've written a movie called Words from the Forest, and for years, and if necessary, for years to come, I'm trying to get it produced. I've posted in the chat section a link to the summary of the movie. It's about a group of USA young people who come to India and visit tribal people in the forest. Westerners have a big fascination with the Indian forest and Indian tribal people. And I was fortunate for my folklore PhD to study verbal arts with some tribal people in the forest in southern Tamil Nadu. But in this movie, which is a fantasy version of my life, the visitors learn about a particular flower that has a very strong medicine. And the tribal people believe they learned about this flower's properties from Agustiar, who is a famed and beloved holy person from many centuries ago. So the movie has singing and dancing because the young people from the USA, each one has their own problems, which they forget about in the process of using this flower to help many people. So so that's the movie. And you know, if your cousin or uncle happens to be Steven Spielberg, put us in touch. All right, that's from me. Anyone else want to say anything to open the festivities? Or we will begin with the first workshop in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I would like to.
Go ahead, Nina.
Yeah, good evening all. I'm Neena Girish and thank you, Eric. This is my second year with Chennai Storytelling Festival. So irrespective of where we come from or what we are, you're giving a wonderful platform to so many tellers. And I'm happy that I'm being part of language storytelling as well as doing my first workshop in Chennai Storytelling Festival. I think it's on February 7th. So thank you once again. And actually, this is bringing all of us together, as you call, electronically. So, you know, getting to learn and share so many things. Thank you.
You know, this is a global festival, but by nature of the fact that I'm from the USA, especially East Coast USA, especially New York, I am a natural go-between now between East Coast USA and all USA and India. So it's an honor. All right, shall we proceed to the festivities, to the first workshop? Very good. Okay, Debjani, I'm delighted you're with us, but I'm going to, I think you should turn off your camera because some of us get dizzy when we see a moving car. Very good, very good. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Eric.
Hello.
Okay.
And
Best
Molly,
wishes.
go ahead, go ahead.
Best wishes to you and best wishes to us
Thank
for a
you very
wonderful
much.
festival.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy that I'm associated with this festival from the very first time. And thank you, Eric, once again. I think I keep repeating it every time, but I will not stop. Is that it's the Dr. Eric Miller who has given me a purpose in life. And I'm so grateful to him for that.
Well,
Thank you.
Debjani, of course, had a lot of experience in theater before she even came to storytelling, and is known as a great comedian, both in the theater world and the storytelling world. So thank you for your good humor. Okay, now we're gonna stop the recording of this opening session.